The goal is to find quality regardless of the budget. It is to make sure we are buying clothes that not just look good now, but we are going to want to wear and reach for year after year and can reach for year after year. And that is why I love a good mall day, y'all, because you get to go into the store, really see the pieces, try them on, feel them on your skin, see if the gapping is going to be real, see if it's going to give what it needs to give, and really decide if it's worth the money. So that is what we are going to get into today, because we are going to be heading out to Great Lakes to the good H&M, hoping to find some of the very good quality knit matching sets. With winter around the corner, y'all, you know I love texture to elevate a look, especially on my casual, cozy, lazy days. Plus, I'm really also praying some of the studio pieces made it there, because this plaid skirt has been seared into my mind. Plus, they also have Steve Madden, and you know I've been talking about the Azelle sneakers for a while now, so I'm hoping I can try them on in person, plus the Coach outlet. Yeah. And of course, we have to stop at Zara. There are a couple of pieces I have been eyeing up as well. So you know I love to put everything to the test, making sure that we are getting our bang for our buck and these pieces are actually worth buying, or learning what we should just go ahead and leave on the rack. So grab your little drinky drink. And for my return viewers who are not new to it but true to it, thanks so much for joining me for another video. And if you happen to be new here, I am Jordan Blackwell, but everybody calls me JB, and I really just love sharing fashion, style, beauty, and travel and life, plus the mindset shifts to give you the courage to make them all your own. So with that, let's go to the mall. This is the kind of thing you guys skip, because like the buttons aren't even functional. You could literally just do this yourself at home with a regular sweatshirt that you have. Like, why am I paying $24 and you didn't even make sure that I could actually unbutton this for like a vibey sweatshirt? Just right back on the rack. This is another one you just leave on the rack, y'all. Like, it's so flimsy. I love the color and it looks really, really fluffy, but what I look for when look at this, like, you see how it just flops right over? That is just like too much drape considering how much fur. You want this to be sturdier, right? Like, you want this to have some kind of shape, and this just is, it's just gonna be shapeless. The fit of this is insane. Like, this is so cute, but there's just a couple of things that like make this a no for me, because one, I feel like the pattern, as cute as that is, the cinch waist is getting kind of lost in there. Two, what you're noticing, the seams, like the pattern isn't matching at the seams. That's such an easy fix that brands can take, considering this is $45, to make this look more elevated. Like, that is why this will be going back on the rack, because it could have been really good. They could have done a good job, and honestly just making sure the seams matched up probably could have also helped to make sure the shape was giving a little bit more. I really wanted to like this too, because I love a good flannel coming from the Midwest, but now the details on this are cute. Like, look at the little design. I sized down to an extra small, y'all, and as you can see, it's still just a little bit longer than my preference. Like, this is just never where I personally want my sweaters to stop. I just find this requires a lot of work, because I'm gonna throw it on and go kind of girly in real life. So if I gotta like front tuck and do too much, odds are I'm not reaching for it. So I feel like an extra small would be super cute if it was a little bit more fitted, because like, it's so cozy otherwise. But the bigger sizes also were just giving more volume and not more length. So do with that what you will. If you have like a longer torso, I would definitely say this is actually super chic and super cozy. And just, again, the texture is gonna be so unexpected and elevated, but just for me and my short torso. Look at the swish on this baby. So cute. I just feel like, was the leather, faux leather waistband really necessary? Because like, that's just, the detail kind of gives, but from afar you're just really not gonna notice it. And also for longevity purposes, I just feel like, but the size 8 is actually kind of giving. This isn't the one I was hoping to find, But I also feel like it could be safety pinned up to be kind of like cute if you've got the patience and you want to do like the fun asymmetric skirt thing that everybody's been doing. This would be like a really cute one. I'm not mad at this. So Steve Madden was a bust. I'm really sad because they did have some really cute sneakers like the Passion sneakers, Possession sneakers. I think they're the Possession sneakers in the men's section that had like the cute faux suede. I really liked those, but they didn't have any of the Azelles in person, so that was a bust. Let's see if we can find Coach real quick. Yeah, we did. Thank you. Okay, but the green is real cute, y'all. Put your change in there. So sad that Steve Madden did not have the Azelle sneakers in store. I feel like that's my one beef with the outlets is like they don't usually get the more recent styles, and we used to have a Steve Madden out at the Somerset Mall, but that got shut down. So I think I'm just gonna have to order those online. And then same with Coach. I was really kind of looking for a very big bag after the trip to New York Fashion Week. Y'all know that I'm going to have to convert to a big bag girly. So I was just looking to kind of see if there's a bag that I really, really liked because y'all know I love my Coach tabby purse. I do. I really do. But I'm just trying to find like a good functional, bigger bag to not just travel but work, so holding my laptop and all that stuff. But H&M, they did have some of the stuff from H&M Studio. I just feel like, again, I'm not sure what is happening because on occasion, or most of the time, honestly, I feel like Great Lakes, I can typically find most of the H&M Studio stuff, but I really wasn't seeing a lot in the store. However, one thing I'm never going to be mad at, H&M always has these kinds of fit flare dresses, the sweater dresses. And if you've watched my older try-on videos, you've definitely seen me in these a couple of times because they are just so good. I'm never going to be mad at an H&M knit fit flare dress. Never. She's cute, she lasts, and it's such an easy piece that you're going to be able to dress up or dress down. So that hands down, every time I see it in the store, I'm like, yes, chef's kiss. Like, if you're ever on the fence, you're going to fall in love with it. Now, I didn't find the plaid skirt that I was hoping to find, but I did try on this H&M Studio dress. Now, my beef with this is why they decided to make the waistband polyester. Because the skirt itself was 100% cotton. So $44 for a 100% cotton skirt, that is not bad. That is not bad at all, especially if you are an H&M member, which I talk about all the time. It is free to sign up. You literally usually get a discount probably like once, if not twice a month. So you can always get like 10 to 20% off the items plus free shipping. But that was my only beef with that skirt. And it really wasn't the skirt I wanted to. Like, y'all know I'm very picky. And I'm going to urge you to be very picky. Like, if it's not exactly what you're looking for, and if you are not about to spend the money to go to the tailor, or you aren't a DIY girly, like, I will not lie. I might start picking up sewing in the next year or two as like a hobby because those girlies are elite. Like, to be able to just take something you like and then tailor it, elite, okay? Because that with a leg slit would have had me. I love a good leg slit when it comes to my maxi skirts. I just think it adds a little bit more fun. Plus, if you want to do like thigh-high boots, the drama. But I have been eyeing up some plaid skirts. I know ASOS has this one, right? Y'all know I love ASOS down. Like, if ASOS ever got a storefront, I would be in there probably every day of the week. Actually, I'm going to have to look and see if ASOS has a storefront anywhere in the world because that That would be dangerous. But I really am loving a plaid skirt right now, especially for the fall. But I also think it is one of those classic pieces that every time the season rolls around, I am kind of sad I don't have one, because it's like so fun, so effortless, and just easy to dress up and dress down for your 9 to 5 for the weekend. So I feel like a good plaid skirt in a style that you really like, honestly, is just going to be something that is timeless and rewearable year after year after year. Now, what disappointed me, honestly, both of the tops disappointed me, starting with the plaid top, because that was also $45. And what threw me off was that the pattern didn't match at the seams. And at first I thought that was intentional because it is that more cinch style top. And it's kind of giving a affordable Kwame Daisy, hopefully I'm saying that right, Kwame a Daisy, this top. I have seen all the girlies have it. It's very, very good. And if you are somebody who wants to like DIY that yourself, this would have been a very great affordable find to like DIY. But the pattern not matching at the seams instantly gives cheap, regardless of like what the pattern is. If you are anywhere and the patterns aren't matching at the seam, just set it back down. That is a very, very sneaky trick I learned years ago before I even got into sustainable materials engineering that just stuck with me, is that when you have quality fabrics, they are lining up at the seams to give that craftsmanship. So even at 40 something dollars, I think that H&M, they have done it before, that I'm surprised they didn't do it in that case. And if you are surprised to find out that I'm a sustainable materials engineer, that is why I'm able to find such good finds at all price points, because I understand what goes into the production, where things are manufactured, the materials we should be looking for to get that quality. So if you feel like I'm finding finds that you never see, go ahead and sign up for my email list, because I share bi-weekly the best finds regardless of budget, making sure we're getting quality, because baby, I'm not about to waste my money over here. If you have watched any of my other videos, you see that I'm going to wear and rewear and wear again my pieces season after season, year after year, for as long as possible. Like, that's the goal. So if you don't want to have to hunt around, because I treat it like an Olympic sport and it's really fun for me, to be honest, go ahead and sign up for my email list. And if you're not an email list girly, go ahead and follow me over on Like to Know It, because I share roundups there on a weekly basis as well for different categories like lounge, tops, what's on my wish list, things that are actually in my cart right now. So that's another place to be seeing a lot of these finds first. Now, I wanted to love this sweater so much because it was so cute, and finding the right crop sweater is such a challenge for my short torso girlies, like, you know. And sweaters just, they end where they end, right? So the reason I was really upset with this is for 52 doll hairs. It is acrylic and it is polyester. And after I just tried on two pieces that were 100% cotton for under $50, you see my confusion. Because, like, I get it's a heftier sweater. I get that usually yarn is sold by weight compared to fabrics that are typically sold by the yard, right? So I get that it's a heavier fabric. It feels thick. It feels like it's going to keep me warm. But how you're giving me man-made materials for a higher price point than cotton, right? Like, you see my confusion. And the other reason that I really just couldn't quite get with the sweater, as much as I wanted to love it, was because the length. Like, I'm so specific about where my pieces start and stop. And if you watch my video on the art of putting together a fit and why your outfits just don't hit the way you want them to, 99.9% of the time, it's because your pieces aren't stopping and starting where they should for your body and for the outfit. And so this sweater was just going to be so much work, because I'm going to always have to tuck it in. And that extra step, as silly as it seems, really can be the difference between you reaching for something and it just sitting in the back of your closet with the tag still on, never worn, like, hello, is it me you're looking for? And you're like, no, it's not, because I know you're too much work and I'm going to have to feng shui you every single time. So baby, stay in the back of the closet. Right? These are little details you have to be honest with yourself about, because it does make or break whether you're wearing what you own, whether you feel like you need to go shopping, right? So keep that in mind. Like, that's one of the reasons that I'm going to quickly put back sweaters and things like that, is that they just don't sit where I need them to sit. So sadly, the matching sets were not in H&M. I will definitely be looking at them online because they're so cozy. And I love just like a good chunky knit set, especially the pants, y'all. Like the pants in the winter, layered under fun jackets, worn out to the club with like a cute little top. It's just something different, and something that, again, like, I love H&M for, that I actually have this matching set that is 4 years old with this lovely thick rib knit detail. So good. And it gets compliments every time, right? And it's not like you need 20 of these sets. So that's why I always like to look at them and see if there's one that might just like catch my eye, because not just for lounging around the house, but if I do want to look elevated while going to run errands outside of wearing like Lululemons or leggings, and I'm just not feeling like jeans and a t-shirt, this is going to look elevated every single time with very minimal effort. With that though, there are some things at Zara that caught my eye, so let's head over to Somerset. Y'all, please look at this. It is like already sticking on itself. Bro, what is this? Look at the, y'all, look at this. It's like stuck on itself, glued to itself. That's not a good start. For 150, for 150, and this is already sticking to, look, already sticking to itself. Leave it there. Leave it there. Y'all know I was really obsessed with this last year, but it feels like they made these flimsier this year. Like the one last year felt really, really sturdy, really, really full, very fluffy, but this is just not feeling as quality for the same $100 they were charging last year. Like, if you want to know what I'm talking about, this is the video I'm referencing so you can see the difference like on me, because I just, Now this, y'all. Ooh. Ooh. Now this is not a terrible find, because there is this more expensive version that I have been seeing and I have been loving, but you can actually unbutton these to have an off-the-shoulder moment, and for it to be $60 compared to the other one, which I know is like a couple, I believe they're made of the same fabrics as well. So I will not lie, like if this was the gold buttons, like the original, I would be all on this. But if you are looking for a more affordable option, this I am absolutely not mad at. Now this looks really, really cute for the holidays, because like you've got the fabric, but I just wish the dress is not structured. Like you see how it all flows, and I kind of wish this was like stiffer, because then it would give a little bit more shape, you know? But I think for the holidays it could be, I don't know. I hate to say it, but Zara and the faux fur jackets, once a season I feel like they just come out with something that really does it for me. Like, how cute is this brown? It's oversized, it's got a collar situation. Like, hold up. I am wearing a size small, which honestly is perfect because I can still layer a sweater under here. Because I'm not a real fur person, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, not even vintage. I don't even feel like vintage I need real fur. But this, the structure, y'all, like if it's not gonna be interesting through color, if it's not gonna be interesting through texture, the shape, and the shape is shaping. Like, short torso girlies, step to the front, because it's landing at just the right spot, like above like the widest part of my hips. So like you could pair this with so much, especially for like work, and you just want something a little bit different, but you can throw this on and it will go with so much already in your closet. It is more viscose than polyester. It's only 30% polyester, so the price point kind of makes sense, like a little bit makes sense, but I still feel like this should be more towards like $40 instead of $60, but I am very obsessed. Holiday season is around the corner, and you know I love a good textured dress. Like, y'all always ask me about this one from NAKD, which is so old, but this is a very close second for less than what I paid for NAKD. I think this is like $70. And the texture, again, like it's just gonna be so easy. You can throw this on and go, and it's just always gonna get, like, it's gonna give. You know, the reason I keep going into Zara and giving them a chance is because online they have pieces that I absolutely would buy, and I just keep hoping and praying that they're gonna be in the store when I go into the store, but my luck is just so 50-50. And again, just being in the Midwest, and I want to know your opinion. Like, I love going to the mall, I love seeing things in the store, trying them on in the store, but I do feel like more and more it's becoming harder to show you the actual good finds from these places, because I just don't have them in the store. But it also is more sustainable for like us to shop in stores and touch things in the store versus buying a bunch of stuff online, getting them sent to us, and then if things don't work out, returning them in the store or shipping them back. So like, do you prefer the in-person touching feeling of the fabrics? Do you not mind when people get items shipped to their house and whatever stays, whatever goes? Because I really just want to make sure that Again, these aren't just like me going to the mall and if it's a bust, it's a bust, versus like I do want to show you the things that are actually worth buying at these stores. Like, as you heard, there was definitely some flops. Like the vest this year that they tried to bring back, honestly, just does not feel as quality as last year's vest. Like last year's vest just felt way more fluffier, way more sturdier. And the fabric and materials, I just feel like this year for $100, the vest is not giving. And that leather or faux leather jacket, the trench jacket, it looked good, but like, why was the material sticking to itself like that? I mean, I know why, but like, you know, really why though? Like if it is that much money, y'all should make sure that these things are like ready to go. The PVC on it has not melted to itself. Like that just is not a sign of quality, y'all. It's just not. The things that did actually catch my eye that I was really impressed by, I will not lie, their coats for $100, I would not say is a bust, right? Given that they are going to be fairly sturdy, they do last a decent amount of time. I would say that these, for the price point, do make a decent amount of sense, especially compared to coats I'm seeing at other stores and the quality for what they're made from. So I wasn't disappointed. I like that they came in a bunch of colors. Personally, I just don't need a winter coat like that in my collection because I have plenty. But the winter coat that literally almost came home, y'all, this faux fur coat, it's so good. And like it was so like that was the quality I was expecting from the vest. Like that was the quality I was hoping the vest would give. But the coat and the color, like that mocha mousse, so good. Like so good. I just personally had to be honest with myself. I have a couple of faux fur jackets in my closet already that I don't always reach for. So I have to pinpoint whether that's because it's the color or the style or the length of the jackets as to why they're not like heavy on rotation even in the winter season. And I personally feel like I would love a good faux fur coat that I would reach for time and time again. And this one in a size small, I think could be that coat. But I do like to go home, like sit in my closet and really kind of think for a second, like, am I just making things up because it's cute and looks good right now? Or is this really filling a gap in my closet? Which brings me into the cardigan. That almost came home, y'all. That almost came home because the structure on that and where it stops, because my short torso girlies, you know that struggle is so real, especially when it comes to knitwear. And knitwear is so difficult regardless of your body shape and your height, because where it stops or how wide it is, like that is what it is. Like there are not very many tailors that I personally know. Correct me if I'm wrong, or if you know someone, tag them. Help us all out. But a sweater is like, you get what you get. So the length is going to be the length, the width is going to be the width. Like you can't get that taken in, you can't get that tailored in any way to your body. So when it does come to sweaters, I do typically, when I see something I like, tend to buy it because it's so hard. It's so hard. And like the arms, the shape on that, the two reasons it did not come home today: one, I'm just not in love with the buttons. I just feel like for $60, they could have done better with the buttons than just like the generic tortoiseshell buttons that are on everything. They could have just did something that was going to stand out a little bit more. And then the color, because I am trying really hard, although today is not a good case of that, to have more color in my wardrobe. And I feel like I'm going to keep buying whites or keep buying neutrals when it comes to sweaters. And then I'm going to be mad in the spring or in the winter when I want something bright and colorful, but I didn't have anything in my closet. So I'm 50-50 because like, it's so good. It's so good. And that's something years from now, it's just going to be such a fun piece to reach for. It's so easy to elevate a fit that I wouldn't be disappointed. But again, you know me, I'm a sit on it. I'm gonna put it on my Karma app and I'm gonna let it tell me when it goes on sale, if possible. Like that's always kind of my flow of things when I see something I really like, is kind of to patiently wait to see if it's gonna go on sale soon, or if it's been like 2 months and I just cannot stop thinking about it, then I'm gonna go ahead and just like, add it to cart. Then I tried on this really gorgeous textured dress, especially like it is holiday season coming up. Honestly, the design on there you could almost get away with for like Halloween if you needed like an elegant Halloween dress, but I was thinking more for obviously the winter holidays. You've got dinners, you've got brunches, you've got events and galas. Like holiday season, you need at least like 1 or 2 nicer dresses in your wardrobe. And I always get asked about my NAKD one, which is so old, and NAKD got hit with the tariffs like real hard, y'all. Like I went back on there to look at some pieces, and when I went to add to the cart, like it was an extra almost $100-200 because of the tariffs. Like that also is just such a, it's its own conversation, but that is going to make it harder too when we talk about accessibility and branching out with our style. Is like, you are, depending where you live. If you watch my vlog for CultureCon, like, one of the things I loved about New York is truly the access to style. It's not a bunch of extra shipping. I literally could go to the thrift store and find, you know, fashion forward finds in my size right there, where I live. It's just not, it's not feasible. Like, I have to do eBay, I have to do Depop, I have to do Poshmark, you know, and it's so much harder to thrift through those things because that's where a lot of people kind of in the Midwest are also looking for these items. Whereas again, New York, you could just meander in. And so with the tariffs, that's my fear with some of these brands that I have loved, like NAKD and stuff. It's like, dang, like, I can't continue to support them because that's an extra $100 just to get it shipped. And I already hate paying $5 for shipping, any money for shipping. I already hate that. So this dress is a really great alternative. I thought it was amazing. I wore a size small. There's so much stretch. It's just something that, again, you're going to be able to easily throw on. Some knee-high boots, some classic pumps. It's a very good dress that you're going to be able to get a lot of wear out of, not just this season, but next season. Now, you already know I'm going to ask you which find was your favorite, or put me onto a find that you recently just have been loving and cannot stop wearing in the comments below, because I like to be put onto things too, okay? And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and boop the subscribe button so you do not miss a video, because you're clearly picking up what I'm putting down. And I have an entire playlist with even more try-ons and hauls so you can get an idea of sizing, the quality, what's worth it, what you should just pass up on and save your coins on, because baby, again, the goal is quality at any price point. It is not to waste our money. It is to have clothes we are going to want to wear year after year. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in a couple of days.